Hey, welcome back to my channel. It is Christian here. You're tuned in for more of my 2 cents. If you are new to the channel, then welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you for stopping by. And if you are returning, hey, thank y'all so much for watching another video today. 3 points that matter most, and I'd like to say before I get into any discussion or topic: number 1, you're not alone. Number 2, you're not crazy. Number 3, God, your creator, still loves you, and I do too. So today we're going to be talking about a concept that hit me a couple of weeks ago when I was working. I was working, I was talking to my mama, and we were talking about church, and we were just talking, and she was talking about offering and tithing and all of these things. And I said, Ma, you do realize that church is just a big multi-level marketing scam, right? Like, I'm not trying to make y'all mad less than a minute in, but we gonna talk about it. Like, I just think that that's the best thing to do, is to discuss these things, because I don't know if I would have ever made these correlations so clearly if I wasn't out of church. But there are a lot of things that are adding up with me just researching different things. I am so obsessed, like, with keeping my mind free and clear and just thinking about a lot of different things that I would normally discount or take for granted, like noticing. But now I'm like all over certain things. I'm like, ooh, that makes sense. Oh my goodness, why didn't I notice that? Oh my goodness, why would they let them do that? Now things like really settle in for me. So yeah, so today we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to just like be throwing a theory out there and really just presenting some little different points and, you know, whatever, objective points about why I think that church is like an MLM. And if you're not familiar with what an MLM is, let me go ahead and pull it up for you all, because some people are not familiar with the term. But I think that it helps when you have context, okay? So you can understand what I'm going to be comparing church to. MLM is short for multi-level marketing, okay? Multi-level marketing are designed to make sure that the sales representative's expenses exceed commissions, okay? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what the multi-level scheme is like, that's the definition. It is designed to make sure that the sales representative, the person that signs up to be a sales rep for an MLM, it is designed so that your expenses as a rep exceeds your commissions. So it's like, we want you to spend more than what you actually make from being a representative for the multi-level company. Do y'all get that? That's why I think church is like a multi-level marketing scheme, because you're constantly giving. Now, let me be very clear here. Multi-level businesses and multi-level marketing, MLMs, do require usually for there to be a product that is sold or service that is sold, a good in exchange for money, right? And you make commission off of that, but you make the most commission off of people recruiting other people. Do you get where I'm going with this? You can make some money from selling the product to family and friends, but the real goal is to bring in more people under you. Do you get it? And guess who benefits the most from these marketing schemes? The people at the top. And what is this shape that I'm making right now? It's not just a triangle, it's a pyramid. Y'all, what's at the top of a church? Come on somebody. A steeple. What's inside of the church? Lots of people. And what do they want from you at church the most? Money and more people. You need to give, and you need to get more people to join. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Under 5 minutes, undefeated. Okay? Y'all, when this revelation hit your girl while she was doing the work, okay? I'm telling y'all, like, Things be dropping like fresh manna from heaven. So y'all may be like, what's the multi-level marketing business? Because I'm telling y'all, this is amazing. This is an amazing revelation. It's giving revelations, okay? Revelations. You got Arbonne. You have Mary Kay. You have Young Living, which is an oil company, essential oils company. You have Unique, which is a makeup company. You have Monet, which is like a hair company. What's another one? Because there's so many. Cutco, like the knife company where young teenagers usually want to do knife demonstrations. Anything where a person wants you to come and listen to a pitch so they can present you with a work from home opportunity. And all you have to do is make a small investment to get started and buy a little starter kit or do this. World Ventures. Courtney and oh my God. I forgot that we had almost been raptured up by a multi-level marketing company. Okay, so let me tell y'all about the multi-level marketing experience that we've had. And as you guys heard me just go over in the beginning, why I believe and the correlation I just gave of a multi-level marketing scheme and a church. In the church, you literally have to recruit more people if you are part of a MLM. That's the way you rise in ranks. If you bring more people under you, they're paying their monthly fees and they're bringing more people to join their team so they can move up. Y'all, it is a ranked out system. Bring more people so you can advance and make more money, but those people have to pay in too. Just like a church. Churches don't want, no church is just ever satisfied with the original 25 or 50 members or 15 members. They want more. They need to grow the kingdom. They need to expand the kingdom. Think about all the stories of these cults and these religious organizations where they become greedy with power and money and wealth while their members are struggling. And they keep having pastors' appreciations in y'all faces. They keep getting new cars. They keep taking vacations. They keep buying properties. They keep building new houses. They keep buying new clothes or whatever. Not saying they cannot have these things, but you have to understand how they're getting the most profit and success off of what you've been blessed with. They're at the top. Do you remember the time? Like, shout out to Michael Jackson. Do you remember, girl? Do you remember? Who at the top? They are. But you're allegedly giving this money to God, right? Your obedience is better than sacrifice, right? Give and it will be given back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over. Shall men give into your bosom. Durablinks. MLM, anyone. Like, do you understand? The only thing is you don't get commission from church. You get nothing back. Now, they say that the blessings of the Lord will overtake you when you tithe. And there are a lot of people who say and believe that when they give, they do have, things given back to them. They receive it back. And I believe that is a principle that works in every belief system or every facet of life. If you are a giver and you believe that your giving unlocks more, that's your belief system and that will be your experience. Period. If that's your strong belief system, it doesn't matter if you give in church or if you don't go to church and you're still a giver and a doer and you're a sower, you are going to reap what you're sowing. Especially if you believe that that's what unlocks that. That's your strong belief. That is your truth and your reality. So you don't have to give it according to the scripture. People don't go to church all the time and be getting things back. Good measure, pressed down, shaking together and running over. They stay getting their stuff back in double format because they believe that they will. And it works. It's a principle that works no matter who exercises it. Just saying. Just saying. You don't need the scripture to back that. That's just a principle in a belief system that works for anyone who's willing to operate in that principle. So my thought process here that drives me the most in thinking about these things are that MLMs are considered illegal most of the time. They're considered illegal pyramid schemes, but a lot of them know how not to say certain words. You're not hired, so you're not an employee of the MLM. You're not, working for any benefits package. They don't have to pay you any kind of severance, any kind of insurance. Like they're not giving you any kind of tax cuts, so they don't pay taxes for you. You're an independent contractor, right? So they're not liable for anything that you say or do. That's on you. They just need to comply and make sure they're not making false claims or whatever to get, shut down and sued. But for the most part, the people at the top benefit because they're the ones that the money goes to and flows to. So it's like having a product that gets literally so many people hands on it. Like in business, you can have a middleman. It could be you as the business owner, your supplier, and then your end consumer. But the person in the middle usually controls the price, because if the person in the middle is your supplier and they say that something costs $15 and you want to be able to make a profit before it gets to your end consumer, baby, please believe me, they're going to get their 15 from you. You figure out what you want to make it cost to your consumer. That's not my problem because I got my money. That's what the person at the top of the pyramid is like. That's what the person at your church is like, your pastor. They get to decide what the cost is for you, and you go figure the rest of it out. If they say they want you to give a certain amount to the pastor for pastor's appreciation, or for the holidays coming up, or for the church anniversary or whatever, they gonna name their price. You go out there and figure out how you gonna get it to them, and gotta get it back to you. That's not their business. As a supplier, the supplier does not care what you sell it for to your end consumer. It's not their problem. Get them their money if you want their goods. The end. That's just it. And so at church, you're often mainly invite somebody, bring a guest, bring a family member, invite your neighbor, invite your relatives, bring your sisters, bring your siblings, bring your friends, bring your coworkers, right? You should always be soul winning to people outside of church, wherever you go. It's always an opportunity for you to invite them to give their life to Christ. What are you talking about? If I'm just meeting strangers, I'm not going up to them and asking if they want to give their life over to the Lord. They came over here to fix my plumbing, right? Not to get converted. But that's the ploy. That's the draw. That's the intent. Bring in more people quickly. Okay? Yeah. So that's why I feel like it's multi-level marketing in a way, because you literally follow that same process. Pitching, giving the speech of salvation, helping them to come to Christ, give their life to Christ, dedicate themselves to the Lord, and then you bring them to church, and now you got a new stream of revenue. Now you can tell them, go get your family and friends. Tell them about how this changed your life and how you got better. Tell them about how this happened and how you got healed, or how your mind has been shifted or whatever. Now that person gets to go out and win some souls. Go out there and make their pitch. Bring more people in. The bigger a church gets, the bigger the pot gets. But guess who never gets to touch the pot? You. That's the difference between church and a multi-level marketing scheme. They get a little commission. Very little bit. You only get whatever you work for and whatever God bless you with in between church services. If you get any increase in the week, run me my percentage of that too. Now, I ain't help you get none of this stuff. It took your faith to get all that you have, but I still need a cut of that once you get it. If it takes all of my faith to make sure that I live in abundance or I can meet my needs, it is by no means a requirement that I run you any of that. If that don't sound like some gangsta bull right there. You using all your wisdom, your might, and your faith to get what you want out of life, and then somebody that did nothing to contribute to that gets a cut of it? Whew. Asinine to me that y'all are following this model. But anyway, before I close out, I want to share my MLM pitch situation. So, and I want to tell y'all, I mean, shout out to me for having my hair down. I ain't got the locks right now. I'm giving the locks a little break so my hair can breathe, honey. My pastor Our ex-pastor in Mississippi is the one that invited us to this multi-level marketing pitch. This is how effed up this is, right? Because when you're in a multi-level marketing company, you always hit up the people closest to you. That's your network. Those are the people you pitch to, because if they believe in you, they're going to want to be a part of whatever you're explaining to them as a great opportunity. So think of the times you may have gotten pitched by someone, and some of y'all may have been in this, or y'all might be in this. Y'all might know someone that's in it. It's bull. Straight up and down. I'm not finna play with y'all. I've had a lot of experience with multi-level marketing people, and I have blocked people on social media. I've had to tell people straight up that I knew it was bull and I was not interested in their pitch. Don't try it. And it's very sad because it causes a lot of people to lose real relationships because they only see you as a dollar sign when they have not conversed with you or tried to build a relationship with you in years or ever. But then all of a sudden they jump into your inbox talking about, hey, hon, I got a great opportunity for you. Ooh, how are you doing? You look great, or whatever. And it's like, girl, bye. I don't know you like that. You just stop it. Okay? Stop. But let's go. World Ventures. It is a traveling multi-level marketing company. So like in 2010, I want to say maybe 2010, 2011, the church we were attending in Mississippi, our pastor actually invited us to a meeting. It was going to be a business opportunity. And funny enough, I think it was like right around or like in the actual same neighborhood of where we lived at the time. We lived in a really nice house on a golf course. Shout out to my sister-in-law who let us live in her house, live in that house the first 2 years of our marriage for free. But it was on the property of the subdivision that we lived in. And so we went to the clubhouse, Courtney and I, and we're sitting there, and they have loud music playing, like as everybody's gathering, we get in the seats and we sit down or whatever. And there's a lot of people there, and we see our pastor and his wife or whatever, and then the people at the front start talking. And it's funny because the people that invite you to these things never give you full disclosure of what you're going to be presented with or talked to about. It's just a business opportunity. This is great. This will be good for y'all to make some extra money. Y'all young. Y'all could really get in this and become millionaires by the time y'all are 25. Now, mind you, we got married at 21. So it's like, what? We get some what? And you get excited because the person that's inviting you, you look up to them. Our pastor in this event was the person we were looking up to. So of course you respect and you expect them to be really presenting you with something valid. And we had no prior experience with MLM. So we went. And so we went and we got there, and they started playing this World Ventures video, right? Showing all these people going on trips, getting amazing deals on trips. 4 nights, 5 nights, 7 nights, 2 nights, $99, $3.99, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. We can live a free life and travel and make our own schedule and just recruit 5 people, recruit 10 people, and get your 8 people. Write down the list right now of the 8 people that you're going to call when you leave here. So we're literally sitting there looking at each other like, well, we know the same people, so who we going to call? Ghostbusters. No, you need to call real people, because these people really want more money. And that's how they do that, because now your upline is your pastor and his downline is me and Courtney. And then our downline will be whoever we recruit and get into World Ventures with us. Y'all, it was so uncomfortable because they pass out this paper and want you to sign up for a package that night. Now, we're young. And so it's one of those things where you don't want to displease the person that invited you, your pastor. And so I think we may have signed up for like the lowest package or something like that, which was like $199 or something, which you had to pay this fee monthly. But they were going to waive like 1 or 2 months of it. It was some bull. But anyway, long story short, we only did it because of the person that invited us, which was someone we trusted, our pastor. And it wasn't long lived. I don't think they did it a long time. I know we didn't do it a long time. We didn't even get a chance to pitch to 2 people, let alone the 8 that they said we needed. And it was just sad. Like, if you lock in 8 people within this certain amount of time, you're automatically going to be locked in and making $1,200 a month. Automatically, if you get those 8 people sign up in the next 7 days or whatever they said, you will be locked in and guaranteed this amount of money. And it's like, you want that. It's like these things play, it plays on your emotions, and it preys on your vulnerability of wanting extra money or wanting financial freedom and time freedom. And that's how I feel about church. It plays on that that emotion that you want freedom. You want freedom in your life. You want freedom in your heart. You want freedom in your soul. You want freedom in your mind. You want freedom in your home, in your finances. And the way to do that is to sow your way out of it. Sow your way into that freedom. But what I don't think people understand is that you can get that at the crib if that's what you want. You can sow into a lot of things. But at the end of the day, a real human gets the money. A real human ends up with that money that you sowed to God. It goes to someone. So why not, you know who it goes to? Why don't you give it to someone that's at McDonald's? Why don't you give it to someone that's at the parking lot? Why don't you give it to someone that's in a shelter, a battered and abused women's shelter, or a children's shelter, or, Cancer Treatment Center of America, or, first responders? Why don't you give it to someone or something that you know the just cause is going to a good cause and a mission? Because sometimes seeing a pastor have more, do more, go more places or whatever, it's just like, dang, I sponsored that, huh? Okay. I'm going to keep on pitching to my family, though, to get them in here. I'm going to keep on pitching to my friends, though, to get them to join and come to Family and Friends Sunday. We need to pack this place out. Why? Why got to be packed out? Because it's never enough for them. They just want it to grow. The pastors, of course, are going to say they want the kingdom to grow. But by all means, let's make no mistakes about it. They don't want the same 35, 50 people sitting in the seats for the next 15, 20 years. They want to see growth, or else they feel like they're not doing a good job. That's just what it is. So I say all that to say, it just hit me. I was like, dang, the church model really does follow that of an MLM scheme. Recruit more people, bring more people in so more money flows up. More money flows up. And you get to a point where you start feeling like, yeah, we got to do this for our pastor, and we want to bless him, and we want to give this to them, and we want to send them on this trip. And it's like, but do you want to do that for you? Have you taken any vacations this year? And how many has your church sponsored for your pastor? Because if your pastor don't have a job or investments or whatever, you are sponsoring his life, his or her lifestyle. Let's be very clear. I don't care what people say about, well, all pastors ain't like that. Show me the ones that you know for sure ain't collecting no money from their ministry. And I will be very shocked. Show me a pastor that is doing it straight for the love of God and ain't taking no kind of compensation. Show me. They do. They do. And I'm not saying I don't believe they should be compensated, but what I'm saying is make sure you're getting commission. Make sure you're getting some back. Make sure you two are being blessed. Your household is being, make sure your stuff is being fortified. Can you do that for me? Because if not, baby, you are definitely in a pyramid scheme. And Jesus be the center, okay? Jesus ain't even the top. Jesus is just the center. But the pastor's at the top. At the tippity top. Don't stop. That's just me. That's just my take on it. That's my theory. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree, if you see it the same way as me. If you don't, then that's cool. But this is my 2 cents on it. It came to me and I was like, oh, I'm going to share this and see what the people think, because I definitely see the correlations in the expectations. But as always, that's just my 2 cents, and we can definitely have differing opinions. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I would love to add you to my 2 cents crew. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.